Excuse me. You can't use the camera anymore.
Okay. After an 8.5 hour flight to Hong Kong and an 1.5 hour flight to Taipei, we are here, me and my dad. It's 35 degrees Celsius. Feeling pumped, ready to go. I'm a bit scared of how hot it's going to be, to be honest. I haven't played in hot weather for a while. This afternoon, got a hit with a Jeep, just keep it light and easy, like a food subscription service. An hour today, and then I'll probably do a couple hours tomorrow. But biggest thing is just to not overdo it, but also trying to acclimatise. So, got to balance those two. But Taipei Airport, let's go. What? Morning number one in Taipei. Sorry, it's loud here. Pretty busy. It's Tuesday, I'm playing tomorrow. Had a good sleep, but was sweating a fair bit and dreaming really heavy. And feel a bit discombobulated this morning, feel really tired. Hopefully this guy helps out. But what's going on today? Training 9 to 11. And I was just writing in my journal, I'm just writing that this tiredness and all the challenges that come with playing tennis, all the bits of suffering, they become my teacher and my vehicles to learn more about myself. So as of late, I've been graciously accepting all the bits of suffering a lot more than I had in the past, and not seeing them as things that I want to avoid, but things actually I am excited to overcome. And yeah, so this tiredness today, it's a very good challenge to see if I adhere to it or if I can control my mind and how I feel and act accordingly. So that's the challenge today. Try and open my eyes, try and keep my eyes open for that whole day. That'll be a good challenge. You can see the tennis centre. Taipei Tennis Centre. Bunch of blue courts, Cincinnati Masters. Got a couple qualies matches on. Bit of training happening. Didn't see my name on the booking sheet, so tight. Got the match courts here. There's Delhi warming up over there. And then you got the training courts back here. Couple guys going to war. I'm going to choose this court today. Here at 9 AM, trying to get on before all the training boys roll out and all the matches start. Midway through the sesh with Woo Bin Shin, I think number 4 seed, Korean dude. Played first half an hour on a practice court here, but they're a bit different than the match court, so we're going to try and sneak on the match court 9:30 to 10 before matches start to get used to them. Time for a few extras on the indoor. First session in the books. Oh my god. Any country that I travel to that sells these things automatically goes up at least 1 point in a 1 to 10 rating. That cheap for that little bottle of Yakult as well. Type that Yakult. Probably laced. Hello. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you. Couldn't be trucked to walk around that tired. Uber Eats, a little beef and rice bowl. Pretty weird to have that for dinner in Asia. I don't really like meat and rice combo. That keen for sleep. Renta Takuda, Japanese legend.
No legend. Not yet.
Oh. Yeah, I think they're fine. Yeah, I'm gonna go for it. Bob's your uncle? Oh, there you go. About 50% chance of dying. Oh look, even has dice there. Perfect. Wow! Match day coffee. Down the stairs of someone's home. Gonna write in my journal. Thank you. Bit of water to start the day. Raining. Thankfully it was on first so I could get my match done and dusted. Otherwise we'd have to be chilling at the courts all day. So, and not playing dubs, so can get out of here. Did a little bit of movement though after a pretty average performance. Wasn't expecting too much of myself. It's always tricky playing a first round in a new place, especially when the conditions are so different, with it being so freaking hot here. One of the hottest places I've played in, and conditions much more lively, much more Blake lively, and so just had to sit back in the court a little bit more, wait for the ball to play out, and just find my rhythm, find the timing. And as the match wore on, got a lot better. So definitely a lot to improve on, but again, wasn't expecting too much myself, and into the second round, which is a good thing. Just walking back now. Probably do a little bit of admin when I get back for life on the tour, upload some videos and whatnot, and yeah, get amongst it for tomorrow against Shunsuke Mitsui. Rain stopped, matches are back on. Schedule's not out yet, so I'm just doing a little bit of shite, getting my shite together, getting my washing actually. It's also about shites. Haven't done one solid one since I've been here, so that's good. Yeah, gonna get my washing and kick back for the rest of the day, just chill out. Morning of Thursday, my second round day. Feeling pretty tired. Had a good sleep. Had really vivid dreams. I woke up, I've been tossing up whether to play, go to America and play Challies because I'm playing pretty well, or just to bunker down and just lock in and just fight at the Aussie Futures for this year. And for some reason, after last night's sleep, maybe it was the dreams, I feel a bit more clear on staying and playing the Futures. But I'm going to wait to see how I do with these two tournaments to make the final decision. I play Shunsuke Mitsui today, Japanese boy. I think he's my age or a year younger. Been playing at college with Pat Himper. And I actually played him about 6 to 8 years ago. And he's an absolute fighter, plays pretty aggressive, likes to get to the net. So I'm going to be on my toes from the get-go. And I'm really looking forward to it because it's going to bring the most out of me because he's a very sharp opponent. So on the way to get my morning coffee, hopefully open up the eyelids a bit more. And yeah, ready for battle. Hello. Can you just explain to the viewers what this is, please, mate?
Use a hand towel, shredded, wrapped around, and it stops your sweat.
That's what it takes to have biceps like that. No sunscreen and fucking no carbs.
Literally, rip up the towel, put it on your socks so you don't sweat into your shoes because we're playing 35-degree heat and 75% humidity.
It's away.
That's what it takes. See you in the final.
War. Vamos.
Friday morning, quarterfinals day. Good match yesterday against Shunsuke Mitsui. Started to play really good there in the second set. And I had this weird thing, I had a lot of tension in my body in the match. Like, this kind of stuff I deal with and other players deal with, I guess. Just being really anxious and the fear, I could feel it was like coming out of my shots. You know, I was just feeling a bit of tension. I was jumping on my shots. Head was coming off the ball a little bit. And I had this all this tension in my jaw, and I was up 1-love in the second break, got broken back, played a tight game, and then just did this big scream. Like, it was just like all this tension in my body. It's like this cosmic scream, and I was like, I kept wanting to do this before this happened. I was like, really wanting to release this tension in my jaw, and when I did this big scream, it was like the deepest scream I've ever done. It wasn't that long, but it was just far out. It was from a deep place. And then from that moment on, I really just chilled out. It's like released all the tension in my body, and I just relaxed, and I just felt much more at ease. And I won 5 of the next 6 games. So I definitely feel like I released a lot of things, which is weird. I haven't felt something that deep before. So that was really nice. At my morning coffee shop. And yeah, quarterfinals day against Delhi, baby. It's going to be an absolute war. Almost.
Up against Dellavedova after a couple good wins in the quarterfinals. Playing not only Delhi, but playing the brutal conditions. And Dellavedova mixed with Taipei heat is not really what the doctor ordered. and we had some monstrous rallies, especially in this first set. That was making it proved to be a really tough feat to beat Delhi. Courts had a bit of life in them as well, so he was getting some jump on his forehand. And but I feel like today it was all about me. I feel like with Delhi, he's so consistent and he hits a good quality ball. But I had in this match a lot of opportunities to take hold of the points, and it was up to me and my bravery whether I committed to the process of doing that, or if I went back into my shell and tried to just outgrind him. And that was a battle that I was facing this whole match, really. And I was, some points I would play really aggressive, some big points I go back into my shell and not trust myself. And you can probably see it a little bit here. I was up, down a break, on serve, down a break, on serve, just kind of fluctuating between playing the way I should and playing that hopeful reactive tennis that I'm really trying to unlearn. So this match and matches like these are really just mental challenges. See if you can not get in your own way and just allow the game to flow. But I did a really good job of being down a break a couple times in this first set to get it back and get it to a tie break. And I find myself up 4-1, and after a big forehand from Delhi, tries to stay in this set, but I have 4 set points of my own. There it is. Sometimes it's a curse moving so well because you can get away with puddling. And again, that's what I'm trying to break out of. And a pretty mentally chaotic and mentally busy first set, but I find my way through it, and that really allows me to have a bit of freedom and kind of let go and play more freely. And the scoreboard really shows that at the start of the second set. And surprisingly, Delhi was struggling with the heat. I thought if it was one of us two to be struggling with it, it'd be me, because he's an absolute warrior. He's honestly really look up to him for how hard he works, and he really inspires me to get the most out of myself. Him and likes of Mark Polman's really high caliber in terms of work ethic in Australia, and Delhi's always out there working his absolute arse off. But now it's a bit dangerous for Delhi because the scoreboard allows me to play freely, and as you can see, I really run away with this match. 7-6, 6-love against a really tough opponent. Super proud of my efforts. Semis, here we come.
The washing you have to do in places like this is ridiculous. Literally 1 kit for warm-up, 2 kits probably for a match, 1 kit to walk to the tennis centre, literally. I just walked, that's sweat. That's me going from hotel lobby to washing place, which is about 100 metres away. Actually, I need a wristie if I can go 100 metres down the street. Wristband. Yeah, absolutely crazy how humid it is here. Today against Delhi was so freaking hot. I was super surprised that he gassed. He's not one to be known for to gas at all. Quite the opposite, actually. He's an absolute warrior. So I guess that tells me that I'm quite fit at the moment, which is good. I was a bit scared coming over here with how hot it is and how drastic the temperature change was going to be, and humidity. Really good match today. I wouldn't even say really good match, actually. Maybe that was just reflexive. I would say slightly disappointing mentally. Just wasn't allowing myself to play freely. I mean, good in regards to getting the job done against a quality opponent, but I was really just not allowing myself to play free at the start. Once I got this first set, I really let loose, but I need to be better from the get-go and just trusting myself. And yes, I've made big progress in that regard, and it's not going to be an overnight shift. That's for sure when it's so deeply embedded. But yeah, really happy with another win, 13 in a row now. And not I'm really thinking about that. Actually, Renta Takuda, another Japanese player, I was at the intersection. He's like, "Oh, you on 13 now?" I was like, "Oh yeah." So it's good to get some wins rolling consecutively, and let's try and make it 14 tomorrow, baby. But most importantly, tomorrow's battle is to overcome that fear again, and that's the battle every time, or at least for me now, because that is the thing that holds me back the most. And when I can let go of that, I play such good tennis, and I know I can go really, really far if I don't get in the way of myself. So semis tomorrow, baby. Let's do it.
Trying to keep the streak alive. I'm going for my third title in a row, and Imamura's in the way of that. From the get-go, he had a 6 in the third the day before, so I knew a 6 in the third in the heat like this, it's going to be hard to recover from, and the signs were kind of showing from the start. Although they weren't really showing on the scoreboard, I knew that they were showing. He was physically just not as sharp as he usually is. I could tell he was quite cooked. So I knew if I could just stay focused, even though I'm down a break, I was going to really give myself a good chance. Try and make this match really physical. Try and make Imamura play the extra ball. He plays super aggressive, so it was important for me to move well, be able to absorb his pace, maybe direct traffic through the middle when I'm challenged. And a really good job for me to turn this match around in this first set. You can see there, he's not really recovering super fast. And he's going for shots like that. He probably usually wouldn't, that backhand drop shot. So I had a few set points. You can see he's keeling over, but he's staying in it. He's staying tough. He actually brought his suitcase to the courts, which was kind of in my head a little bit. I was thinking, is he moving hotels or is he just not expecting to win? But anyway, after losing a few set points, I get up 6-3, and things looking good for me. Imamura was struggling. I was feeling really fit and strong, and it was just a matter of me staying focused to keep the match really physical, staying really disciplined and making him work for every single point. Because I knew that compounding effect would really make it tough for Imamura to get on top. And here you can see some really efficient recovery. This is called the LeBron James flop technique. Popped my left shoulder out, and then a bit of extra drama for the viewers. Knew this was going to go up on Life on the Tour. Just thought I'd tackle the ground and fake dead, play dead. Didn't stop me. Hit an ace next point, which was nice. And here we have a little chance to get up a set and a break here. 15-30. Get myself into the point. And too good. He's got some raw firepower when he wants to use it, especially the forehand to the backhand side of the court. He's really good at penetrating the court with that shot. And don't take the break earlier, but now I've created 2 more breakpoint chances for myself in a really pivotal moment of this match. And I get the break. Bit of lackluster footwork. He's feeling the heat in the mirror. You can see there, he's not really recovering after his shots, trying to just blast it. And here we have match point. We really don't want to let Imamura back in this match. Another unforced error gets me the match 6-3, 6-3.
Third final in a row, baby. Semis done. 6-3, 6-3. Good match. Just played the play really well. I feel like he was pretty physically cooked from the get-go. Played a bit of a loose game to get broken, but then from then on, from 3-1 down the first, I was really solid. Just played the player well. I knew he was pretty gassed, moving him around, didn't try and do too much, didn't try and play too well. Just kind of let him capitulate physically, which is kind of what happened. So I get the chance to play Sumu Kwon tomorrow for another title, which is awesome. Another great challenge to test myself in a final. Got some excited Taipei dwellers behind me. But yeah, also a weird ruling. I was supposed to play China Chally next week. It's in Zhangjiang. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but I couldn't make it in time because I was in here and quali starts tomorrow. So I was under the impression that there's a rule called still competing rule, which there is, but I was under the impression that I was allowed to play in an ITF event the next week of my choosing and get into main draw. But the still competing rule only allows me to get to have a on-site alternate spot for qualifying. So it doesn't even guarantee that I'll play, but fortunately I've been given the opportunity to get a wild card into next week's Taipei 25k, the exact same event. So that's really fortunate that I've had that, or I've been given that, because that means I can just hopefully keep the wins rolling, keep the confidence going. But yeah, the focus is for tomorrow now, and rest up and get ready to face Soon Woo Kwon, who's been 50 in the world, 52 actually. So yeah, he'll test me for sure, but I'm really ready for it. Let's go, baby. Let's get another one. Not sure it's more exciting, the final today at 10 a.m. or the fact that last night started to tip the scales in my favour in regards to my ratio of solid poo-poos to liquid poo-poos. Started off the trip really like 8-0 down. It was a tough start, but slowly tipping the scales in my favour. I'm getting used to the Taipei food. Alright, going for my third title in a row against Soon Woo Kwon. Career high of about 40 something, don't quote me, don't know it for sure. He has won a tour level tournament. Also don't know which one that was. Probably should know both of those things, but I don't. And yeah, I'd watched a bit of him, and I wasn't surprised with how hard he hit it, but it was definitely something to get used to at the start of this match. And it was also one of the hottest days for the week, probably the hottest day, so it made it even faster and more lively. So a little bit to adjust at the start of this match, even though I just played Imamura in the semis and he hit the ball quite big, but this is another level up. And he opens up with a service hold, and it's now my job to do the same. But yeah, he's proven it, making that tough with returns like that. And his backhand line proved to be an absolute weapon, and I was really wary of that right from the get-go. He got me with a couple of those, and he creates a breakpoint opportunity to jump me at the start of this match. Doing a good job to absorb. And that miss hurts, gives him the break, and such a good job to stay neutral at that point. And then when I had the upper hand, just kind of gave him the point, which is frustrating. But after a couple double faults and a scary off forehand fluky return by me, it's back on serve 2-all. And that proved to be really important, because a play like Soon Woo, you don't want him to get, in too much of a lead, because that's when the shoulders really are loose and he's swinging freely, and it's going to be hard to get the ball back. And I was trying as best I could to change the pace against him, trying to get out of his slot. But when someone is hitting the ball that hard and deep and flat, you don't really have much time or breathing room to kind of change the pace. But I find myself with a love 40. Quickly, that's squandered with a few good points from Soon Woo. But again, create another opportunity, applying the pressure, and I get the break. 3-2, 40 love. From 2 love to 4-2, it's a really good effort from me to stop the train that was Soon Woo at the start of this match, put the brakes on it, and get my own lead. His aggressive tennis really forced the best out of me. It forced me to get out of my shell, play aggressively, because I knew that was the only option to have a chance against such a quarterly opponent. And as I got the break, you could really see the wind be taken out of Soon Woo's sails. Physically, I think the weather was getting to him. He's playing doubles as well this week, and I think he was just real cooked. But so I knew the start of the second set was incredibly important to not kind of breathe life into any of the hopes Soon Woo had. Keep it really physical, stay disciplined, but also not get too passive. And unfortunately,
soon retires. You don't see the end of it. We don't put it in there. But he actually retires in this match at 6-2, 3-love, and that makes me the winner of this tournament. Not the way I wanted to do it, but again, super happy with my tennis and how I've been playing, and really excited for another week here in Taipei. Someone leaving in an ambulance in their qualies match, which is 2 in a super. It is ridiculously hot. I'm out back out here training after the final. Just working a few things, nothing too hectic, just getting the timing of the feet going. And yeah, fucking heat is crazy today. It feels like 44 or something ridiculous. Come on, trying to get the tip around on the backy, tip around on the forey. Here's a little unboxing of the trophy. Bamboo Studio. Comes in a nice case like this. Looks like the Monasteer Star, if anyone's played there. I haven't got a trophy there, but singles winner. I know it's only another Futures trophy, but it is it's a symbol of all my hard work, so it does mean a lot, especially going back to back to back. You know, I'm happy with it. I'm happy, but I'm more fulfilled about the change within that I've felt that has led to these results, or led to me playing better tennis and then led to these results. And that's kind of why I wanted to get on this chat. I just felt the urge to talk about it, and primarily it's just been a massive shift, and I think I've spoken previously about this, but just a really big shift on the metric I'm using to measure myself. And now it's all based on how well I can control the controllables versus measuring myself based on outcomes that I can't necessarily control. You know, everyone's out there to win and to make it, but you have your goals, but where your focus is very different. If you're focusing on winning, you can't really focus on winning. I mean, it's a goal, but you have to focus on things that you have control over. Winning, you don't necessarily have control over. Playing well, you don't have control over. But how hard you fight, how much you give in to fear, how you regulate your emotions, how you strategize out there, how you stay calm and collected, how hard you work off the court, how many stretching sessions you do, how good you eat, how well you rest, how well you have a plan of how to get better and implementing that plan. They're all controllables. I feel like there's been a big shift. I'm really measuring myself based on how well I commit to the process, and it sounds cliche, and it's cliche for a reason. But yeah, I think this trophy and the other ones I won in Brisbane, yes, they're on the Futures, and they're irrelevant in a sense because I need to be doing well at Challenger and Tour level to make it. But really, I've become less and less concerned with making it, and much more concerned with using tennis as a way to master myself. I feel like I'm seeing all the crossroads and the challenges that tennis innately brings as a mere inner obstacle to overcome, which will not only obviously benefit my tennis, but it'll help me free myself from my own mind and from the evil conditionings, I guess you could say, of the world, and the false beliefs and the limiting beliefs that hold me and probably a lot of people back. And yeah, I know this is a very long chat, but I like to be really honest with you guys, and as I'm talking about it, I'm kind of, you know, life is just an ongoing adventure of learning. And now that I've seen it like that and seen tennis is my vehicle in doing so, in learning about myself and growing, I'm much less concerned about the results, which I still am, don't worry. I'm still very concerned with results. It's built into our DNA.
And also, yeah, you know, I have to respect my humanness. We're going to be happy when we win and get what we want, and sad when we lose and don't get what we want. That's just, as much as we want to transcend these things, we have to also respect our humanness and our human nature and the beliefs we've been built upon, or built by. Life is just such a beautiful learning process. And I'm so thankful for tennis, for being such a good teacher. Yeah, I'm feeling really cooked today, actually. My emotions are very low, my energy is very low. I'm happy that I've only got one more tournament. But again, this shift has really helped me, like this feeling of feeling low and tired and emotionally drained. I'm not looking at that and going, oh, I'm now looking at it as a challenge to go, all right, how much can I push through this and contradict how I feel? You know, that's the challenge now, and I can control that. I can't control how well I do this week, but I can control what I can control. And it's an ongoing reminder to myself. I have to keep reminding myself of that, because I'm so indoctrinated to put my value on things, on results and achieving and playing well. So it's an ongoing remembrance of that, and I can do a much better job in a lot of areas, particularly not letting fear dictate how I play or commit to my shots, not letting anger flood my mind and my rationale, which leads to poor shot selection, inability to concentrate on the task at hand and to strategize. There's so many things I can get better at, for not only at tennis, but for me as a person. And honestly, what motivates me a lot is, what type of father do I want to be? You know, when my kids look at me in the eyes, I want to be a man that has not let anything overcome him. A man that's been really courageous in the face of fear, in the face of doubt, adversity. You know, that really motivates me, even though I'm probably not going to have kids in a little while. I've always wanted to be a dad from a young age, so. But yeah, low long chat, 7.5 minutes, singles winner, 3 in a row, and let's go for 4, baby. That's the goal, but the focus remains the same every single day. Love you all. Spent 40 minutes in a taxi, got a day off at the beach. It's kind of nice. Not as nice as Australia, but that bar's way too high. But it is nice to have a little day off, submerge in the ocean water, and reset for another week. Such a beautiful landscape. I feel like it's just ruined by these buildings and all this, so much rubbish in and amongst all this debris. I feel like, yeah, when I'm traveling, it just makes me so lucky, especially when I come to beaches. I feel so lucky to be from Australia. I mean, this is beautiful, but Australia is just next level. Morning of first round of week 2 here in Taipei. Coffee, journaling, little creative outlet. Feeling better today. Trying not to think about the whole tournament as one. And just trying to focus on one match at a time, really just focus on today, do the best I can today, and all that will take care of itself. But yeah, it's going to be a really big push and big challenge for me this week, so let's go, let's do it. First round win today against Arvin Wong. Good match. Just put some washing in. Now I'm starting to, it's towards the end of a swing, dopamine level's a bit low, and look for a borderline snack at 7-Eleven. Just to keep me going, you know what I mean? Is this over the line or under the line? Bit of milk. Chocolate coated digestives. It's that hard to flip the camera. I think it's a little bit naughty, but... I may have won my second round, may have beaten my opponent, but I feel like I lost to myself today. I'm not dwelling in it too much. I'm using it as a kind reminder to get my shit together and to not do that again. Especially playing Sunwoo Kwon next round, I'm not going to be able to have that mentality if I want to give myself a chance to win. More importantly, I need to use every single match as a stepping stone to, we can call it greatness, or where I want to be in the rankings. And today I didn't use that. I didn't use it as such. I gave in to the negativity, and my focus was all over the place. I wasn't doing really any routines, and there's reasons that popped into my head as to why, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. I need to have a mind that can contradict how I feel and any reasons, however valid they are, and contradict it in a way that makes me so unbelievably relentless in showing up every single point with the concentration needed, with keeping my emotions in check, with the presence that is needed for me to use each match as to extract the most I can out of each match and learn the most about myself. And matches are the most potent form of curriculum to learn about myself and overcome the things that hold me back. And today I feel like I gave in. So I can't change it now, but I can change how I respond in the future. So Kwani better watch out, because I'm not giving in to that shit again. I'm not trying to dwell into it. It doesn't stop at the shake of hands as well. I think in the past I've really dwelled in that shitty feeling after a match. But that's, the work doesn't stop. I have a choice now how to respond to that feeling, okay? And I can sit here and say, and just as long as I make sure that doesn't happen, I use what happened today to better me in the future, then I can turn this feeling into a positive, into a benefit. So let's do it.
All right, through the quarters again, trying to keep the streak alive still. And it was going to be tough. Sunwoo, he wanted revenge. I could tell from the get-go. Absolutely crushed that forehand return, almost like he's letting me know that I'm not going to get away with beating him twice. But I was really up for the challenge today. I love playing quality opponents, especially players of this caliber. He's hitting the ball so hard. It forces the best out of me. So I was really looking forward to the challenge. Feeling a bit mentally cooked, but wasn't going to let that be an excuse. And create some opportunities at the start, but again, they're quickly diminished by some good serving and some finishing off by Sunwoo. I knew last week he was pretty cooked with in this heat, so that was a bit frustrating not getting that break. But I was playing some really good tennis. Almost had nothing to lose, because I wasn't that. I was pretty excited to get back home. Obviously, I wanted to win the tournament more than any of that, but the thought of going back home after this wasn't so bad. So I, in a sense, was just swinging freely. And we're both playing some really good tennis. Both playing aggressive. I'm trying to make him feel uncomfortable, not getting too many ping-pong rallies, because I know he's better at me than that. And his backhand line is seriously money. Nice forward line to finish off a really high-quality rally there. Leighton Hewitt lob from Soonwoo. And here he has a break point of his own. But clutch serve from me. And a big come on, letting Soonwoo. No, I'm not going to give this first set to him. Nice. Taking the ball on the rise. Been working on that a lot recently, actually. Trying to take the ball on the rise, not let it drop too much. And here I have 2 set points. Good point from Soonwoo. Maybe could have been a touch more aggressive. And that's just way too good. I thought he had a pretty good return off such a good serve. And after 2 set points, it's all locked up. 5-all, 30-all. And the tides quickly turn. I'm down a break point. And down a break. And that ball is down a break as well. And soon after getting that break, wow, he played some incredible tennis. Winning the first set. And welcome to the Quanny Show. I'm just going to let this run without narration. You can just watch the beauty of Soonwoo Kwon with no scoreboard pressure. The life on the tour is a life of quick turnarounds. Lost against Quanny today, unfortunately. Already, probably about 6 hours later, I'm in the lounge, waiting for my flight home. Flying Hong Kong, stop over for an hour, and then Sydney, see Laura for a few days, which is really nice, and Dave as well. A little bit disappointed with today. My level wasn't too bad. I just had chances in the first set. Should have really won that first set. I didn't do much wrong on the big points. Like I love 40 earlier on the set. I had 2 set points, 540 on his serve at 5-4. I didn't miss on any of them. He played very good, I would say. And then I played a little sloppy of a game at 5-all to get broken, and lost the set 7-5. And then he really just let loose after that. Wow. And then I was forced to play more aggressive because he was just playing too good. I tried to meet fire with fire a little bit, and I just wasn't executing. And to be fair, he played an exceptional second set. Really proud of my application every single day, and the results have been nice to show for it as well. Something to show. But really motivated to keep pushing forward, and I know there's so much more to improve. I know I got so much more to give, and that's a nice feeling as well. So go home, reset for a couple of days, and get back into it, get on the tools.